right, welcome to our presentation today about the good behavior game, a game that can make your school go from lackluster to first rate. So, why are we here? Well, first, let me introduce the team. I am Julie Ogden. I have experience working in ABA clinics as well as private licensed schools. I've worked with all age groups from 4 to 21, and I am trained in crisis interventions.
Hello, my name is Natalie. I have experience providing in-home services, mostly with children ages 3 to 8, but I've also worked up to ages of 22. I'm really excited about this, and I'm happy to help.
Hi, my name is Katrina Dowd. I work primarily with children in elementary school age. I have worked with those as young as 2 and as old as teenage years in home and in clinic settings. And I'm very excited about this and happy to help as well.
Hi, my name is Diane Norris. I'm a speech-language pathologist at a pre-K through grade 8 elementary school. I work with children with autism and children with speech and language disorders, and I am happy to be here also.
My name is Laura Elliott. I've primarily worked with younger children, and I also have history working in the mental health field, as well as the Department of Child Services.
Excellent. So now that you've gotten to know each of the staff that's here to help you guys today, let's address the behaviors that are happening here at Halls. So you guys have 500 students, and with that, your office referrals for inappropriate behavior is at 75% of the school population. It's happening primarily during morning, lunch, and afternoon transitions, and the problem behavior that's occurring is elopement or running in the halls, and sometimes that elopement even leads to some of the children hiding, which, as we all know, as an adult, there is nothing worse than thinking, oh my, I cannot find a child. It's pretty terrifying. So what we're going to do is we're going to address the inconsistencies of expectations, rules, and behaviors that are occurring in the halls. And we will do that with something that's easy, something that's functional, and something that will demonstrate improvement for you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the good behavior game. What is it and how do we do it? So research of the good behavior game, basically it's just a group contingency used to target inappropriate behaviors and low academic success. It has been used and studied for more than 40 years and has been known to show marked improvements when implemented correctly. These two in 2016 tell us that when interdependent group contingencies, or when a class depends on each other, in y'all's case, are implemented, significant reductions in disruptive behavior can occur. And once those disruptions reduce, academic success ends up increasing. As we all know, if kids aren't eloping, they're sitting in their seats and they might even be paying attention. So all that important information that you're teaching them is actually sticking. So the good behavior game can be used with all age groups and all developmental levels. It has been used in the general education classrooms as well as with students with disabilities, and they have both found it to be a successful intervention.
Okay, some of the materials that are needed for this particular intervention, as you can see listed here, and we'll go into more detail about them later. We have speeding and walking tickets, rule posters, reinforcers, and data sheets, and we will talk about each of those in depth. So here's our hallway poster. As you can see, these kids are standing in line, looking straight ahead, hands up to yourself, look in front of you. No talking, walk on the right-hand side just as if you were driving a car. We don't have kids walking all over the hallways. As you can see, awesome walking. The guy looks pretty happy. He's got his thumb up. He's ready to go. He's making good choices. Speeding ticket. This kid is obviously speeding, and there's some adult or older child racing after him. So these tickets will be issued according to whether a child is making appropriate or inappropriate choices. So here's the way we are going to collect data. As a child is seen making maladaptive, inappropriate decisions in the hallway, be it running or pushing or shoving or anything else, shouting out, name calling, this form will be taken by the person that refers them to the office. They'll say, hey, you know, what's your name and who is your teacher? They'll write that down. They'll go to the office and have this to turn in. They'll complete, when I say they, the office staff will complete the data taking, and then they'll be able to, at the end of the specified time period, garner them all together to determine how many office referrals we're getting from speeding. And reinforcements, these kids that end up getting the walking tickets are going to potentially be able to work with their class toward group reinforcements. As you can see, 5 extra minutes of recess, 5 extra minutes in the gym, a dance party the following day, PJ party the following day. That's a pretty quick time. It'll be a lot of fun for them. Funny outfit, wear a hat to school, fun snack day, wear your shirt backwards, computer game time, wear sunglasses to school, and crazy hair. Anything that we can do to make it more fun for these kids, to make it more reinforcing, to make good choices, the better it's going to be.
All right, so how does it work? The official way that the good behavior game works, there are 7 components. We identify target behavior. We have the elopement. Posting the rules, that's going to be our hallway expectations. Identifying rewards, we've done that too with the reinforcement list. Again, that's just an example. It's a sample. You guys get to choose what you know is going to motivate your learners the best. We're going to divide the class or classes into equal teams. 5, identifying rule violators and stating their infractions. 6, debiting the offending team or teams for infractions or awarding points for meeting expectations. And 7, awarding daily and weekly prizes to the team with the fewest infractions. So what does this mean? It means this is how it works the Halls way. Number 1, classrooms will be paired against one another by grade. So basically, teachers will be assigned a permanent area to patrol as they need to watch the hall. Wow, that was a little early. So let me go through a little bit of the rest of this before I get to that. All right, so classrooms will be paired. 2, teachers will help their class pick reinforcements. That goes back to the list. All right, 3, the game begins. During transitions, teachers and staff will be in their assigned locations. So teachers, you will be assigned a permanent area of patrol. Students will be randomly handed walking tickets as positive reinforcement. Those students that are running or eloping out of classrooms will be handed speeding tickets. And when that occurs, the person taking the data will then get their name and their classroom teacher. Rules will be posted throughout the building as reminders with our nice hallway posters. The office will tally up the number of speeding tickets at the end of the day via office referrals, and the winners will be announced at the end of the day. So basically, just to go back, the teachers will be paired against one another by grade. So Mrs. Williams' 3rd grade versus Mrs. Gryffindor's 3rd grade, Mr. Marshall's 2nd grade versus Mr. Holmes' 2nd grade. It'll switch up throughout the week or by weeks, depending on what you guys feel is best. So then with the reinforcements, it's just so each class is motivated by their own choices. And yeah, so here are some of our examples of what our general expectations should be in the hall.
Okay, so as you see here on this video, we've got some kids that are running. They are racing down the hall. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. Running is never appropriate. It's never a good plan. So in here in this video, as you can see, we have somebody, he's on the right side of the road. He's walking straight forward. He's staying in one line. There's a few kids there actually. They're making good choices. These look like a bunch of happy, responsible kids. When should I be handing out tickets? Walking versus running. This looks like it's walking. He's handing out some nice walking tickets. That's a happy group of kids there. Oh my gosh, what's happening over here? These kids are a bunch of wild running through the hall. He's so happy though. Uh-oh, looks like they're getting some speeding tickets. Off to the office with you guys.
Yeah, so just note in the last video there that the speeding tickets were handed out a bit delayed, but don't be afraid to stop a group of students together. It's all about the learning process. Begin the office referral, hand them their tickets, send them on their way. Once you guys get used to it, it'll come a lot more, it'll come easier. It'll be a lot more natural, nothing to worry about.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go from this up here on the top where they're running and they look incredibly happy, but we know that they are not making the choices they should be making, to this where they've got their hands behind their backs. They're making some nice walking gestures, being safe and appropriate.
Awesome. So how will it help us? It is a group plan. It's easy to implement and it benefits everyone. It will increase compliance, on-task behavior, or team building and classroom bonding, giving the students a healthy reason to compete. I mean, who can behave the best? What a better way to compete with each other. Is a great way to get them all to motivate each other, bond with one another, and to understand teamwork. And 3, it'll increase academic success. We want these students to succeed. And in order to do that, they need to be safe, present, and listening. By making them play a game to get some fun reinforcements, we're teaching them at the same time functional behavior that rolls over into the classroom. So here is our overview of the school-wide implementation. So staff meeting, that's this. This is what we're doing right now. We're here now because it's an issue that needs to be addressed. The description of the good behavior game, it's so you know what it's all about. Videos, so you see it in action. Practice makes permanent. So if we practice the proper procedures now, when it's time to go time during the school day, our perfect practice will be perfect implementation. So feel free to ask any questions. This is the time. We want everyone to be on the same page. There are no discrepancies, and it's consistent down every hallway. During the first week of implementation, we'll be here to support you, to answer any questions and to help make sure everything's going smoothly, along with data collection and all of that jazz. And 7 will be our follow-up. In 4 weeks, we'll be back to discuss how everything is going. We'll look at the data. We'll give you the results of that data. We'll answer any questions, and we'll decide what moves need to be made next. So basically, final tips here is have fun, communicate, be consistent, and positive change will occur. So yeah, let's get to our practicing, guys.